writing on the computer, I gave you these two mixed numbers, and I asked you to work on converting them to an improper fraction. Why do you think I would ask you to convert them to an improper fraction? Alexa? Okay, today our lesson is going to be multiplying mixed numbers. Okay, and in order to multiply a mixed number, this is a mixed number. Explain to me again why 2 3/7 is a mixed number. Elliot? It has a whole and a part. It has a whole number and a fraction. Okay, 4 2/3 looks the exact same way as far as having a whole number and also a part or a fraction. Okay, the important thing that we have to remember before we can ever even worry about multiplying fractions is I have to remember how to convert or how to change these mixed numbers into improper fractions. Okay, and to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction, we follow a little process by multiplying our our denominator times our whole number, adding the top number. So 7 times 2 is 14 plus 3. 17, and what's a denominator?
Always denominator.
So 2 3/7 is equivalent or equal to 17 over 7 as an improper fraction. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work on converting 4 2/3, which is a mixed number, to an improper fraction. When you convert this, you follow that same process of taking your denominator times your whole number and adding your numerator. So, Keely, walk me through this one.
You would do 3 times 4, 4 times 3, which would be 12, and then you add 2, which would be 15, and
12 plus 2 is 14.
So 14 would be your numerator, and then 3 would be the denominator.
Perfect. Okay, so you have to remember how to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction before we can multiply. Okay? Let me erase these. And for it being our first one that we're going to do this way, I'm going to make our mixed numbers just a little bit smaller. Okay, so let's work on converting these mixed numbers to improper fractions. Again, Pierce, walk me through the top one. Is that my numerator or my denominator? Okay, what's my denominator? Perfect. Gabe, walk me through this one. How do I convert this mixed number to an improper fraction? You got this. Think about what we did up here. I'm going to multiply, you're right, I'm going to multiply the 2 by something. But I multiply my denominator times my whole number. What is 3 times 2? And then I add the top number. 6 plus 1 is 7. Is 7 my numerator or my denominator? Numerator. What's my denominator? 3. Perfect. Good job. Okay, so now I have 2 improper fractions. Okay, we just did multiplying a fraction times a fraction, so I know how to multiply these. So I'm going to take 3 over 2 times 7 over 3. Even though these are improper fractions, I can still multiply using that same process where I multiply my numerator straight across and I multiply my denominator straight across. So 3 times 7 is? 2 times 3 is? 6. What's wrong with this fraction? What's wrong with it, Hayden? It's an improper fraction. So now I get the joy of converting it back to a mixed number. Okay? How do I convert this improper fraction to a mixed number? How do I convert an improper fraction to a mixed number, Landon? I divide. So I'm going to take 21 and divide it by 6. How many times does 6 go into 21 before I go over? 3. 3 times 6 is? 18. I can't take 1 and have 8 taken away, so I have to borrow. 11 minus 8? 3. I have nothing left to bring down. My remainder here is smaller than my divisor. So tell me, how do I write this as a mixed number? Keely?
Take your remainder and put it up to the numerator. And then put the 6 for your denominator.
Is that my final answer?
No.
Why not? I can still reduce that fraction. Okay? I can divide this by 3 and I can divide this by 3, right? Okay? 3 divided by 3 is?
1.
And 6 divided by 3 is?
2.
So my final answer is 3 1/2. Okay? Here's another one for you to try. What's my first step, Lene? I'm going to change my mixed numbers to improper fractions. Gabe, be ready for this one because I'm going to call on you. Allie, can you walk me to 3 2/5? Perfect. Perfect. Gabe, ready? Perfect. 4. Not 4 times 1. 4 plus 1 on the top. 4 plus 1 is 5 my numerator, my denominator? Perfect. What's my denominator? Great. Now I have 2 improper fractions. I know how to multiply these, right? I have 17 over 5 times 5 over 4, right? Okay? I can multiply 17 times 5 to get a numerator and 5 times 4 to get a denominator. I'm going to cross reduce. Okay? I can still circle my diagonals. 17 and 4 have no common factors, right? It doesn't. 17 is just 1 and 17. 4 is just 1, 2, and 4. Okay? 5 and 5 have a common factor of? 5. So I can divide both of these by 5, right? 5 divided by 5 is? 5 divided by 5 is? So now I have fractions of 17 over 1 and 1 over 4. Notice this 17 didn't change and this 4 didn't change because we said that they had no common factors, so I could not reduce them. My 5 changed to a 1. I carried that 1 down here. This 5 also changed to a 1. I wrote it as a 1 there. Okay? Now it's much easier to multiply 17 times 1, right? Last time I checked it was. Okay? And 1 times 4? 4. Did anybody do 17 times 5? What'd you get? And 5 times 4? Okay? We're going to work with both of these because we're going to simplify them and just to make sure that they're the same. Okay? When I look at 17 over 4, what do I need to do next? It's an improper fraction, so I have to convert it back to a mixed number. I will tell you, you're going to have to do this on almost every one of them. Typically, you will do it on every one of them. If if you convert them from a mixed number to an improper fraction so that you can multiply, 9 times out of 10, that final answer you're going to have to convert back to a mixed number. Okay? So I changed this by taking 17 and dividing it by 4, right? How many times does 4 go into 17? Which gives me, subtract and I get, 1 becomes my, 4 becomes my, perfect, good job. So I want to make sure that when I do it this way, I get 4 and 1/4 left over. Some of you are looking at me confused. Did we do something wrong? Yeah.
I got 4 and 5.
Hold this one. Let's think about that. Okay, so we're doing 85 divided by 20. How many times does 20 go into 85? 4. 4 times 20 is 80. 20, 40, 60, 80. Gabe and Alexa. Goes in there 4 times. Subtract, I get 5 left over. 5 becomes mine. 20 becomes mine. Okay. Is this my final answer here? No. Why? I can simplify. I can divide the top by, and I can divide the bottom by. 5 divided by 5 is, 20 divided by 5 is, giving me a final answer of 4 and. So, does it matter which way you do it? Absolutely not. You will get the same answer. It depends on your comfort level and how you are with your multiplication facts. I'm going to give you an easier one to try here on your own right before we go outside. Let's do try that one. 2 and 1/5, 1 and